The Mystara project is proud to present Part 33 of the Lore of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at the period from AC 250 to AC 313. By AC 250, the Thyatian colonies of Nicosthenia and Dithasthenia were thriving. Fully recovered from the Thyatian War of Independence, the Alphatians looked to expand west into Brune once more in AC 250. Alphatia easily conquered the settlement of Sura-Manra, and set up the colony of Nithia on the northern and central coastal plains. The degenerate Nithian culture was obliterated on the coast, only surviving in the northern highlands. Alasians were enslaved and scattered. Some Alasians migrated to the Salenika region. Others continued across Darakin to Sind, or the Urduk nomadic tribes of the desert, introducing the dromedary camel, fine horses and techniques for making flying carpets, to the Great Waste region. Some Rajas offered to settle Alasians in return for military service. Intermittent war and trade commenced between Alphatia and the Alasian tribes of the desert. Alphatians also sailed to the Colony Isles, and founded the colony of New Alphatia on the eastern coast of the fog-shrouded Isle of Dread, which is now known as Traders' Isle. They constructed the settlement of New Alphatia on an island in a flooded caldera, about a quarter of a mile up the Lithwillow River. The Alphatians began adapting their magic to seafaring. Between AC 250 and AC 500, Alphatia and Thyatys struggled for control of the Isle of Dawn, with the border changing back and forth many times. The Thyatian offer of citizenship won over many of the natives, counteracting Alphatia's magical superiority in the imperial struggle. Sometime between AC 250 and AC 800, the Markestani bought farming law from dwarven scholars, and started tilling the soil, and settling in sod and stone houses near the best farmland. The nomadic Markestani began to search beyond the Usturt Valley for pasturage, discovering the small Alasian oasis village of Parsa, which soon became a small town, at the crossroads of multiple trade routes. Separated by high mountains and fog-shrouded coasts, the Minroth traders and Alphatians were unaware of each other's presence, on opposite sides of the Isle of Dread. They finally encountered each other in AC 251, and came into conflict. After a series of inconclusive clashes, both sides decided to coexist through pursuit of joint trading ventures. The Minroth traders shared their trading expertise and local knowledge, whilst the Alphatians shared their magic. Sometime between AC 251 and AC 299, the Corran family founded the settlement of Corran's Glen at the fork of the Streel and Vesubian rivers. Sometime between AC 251 and AC 450, a fiend appeared in the Broken Lands and breathed a dark cloud that was carried by the wind to Corran's Glen, or Corranglain as it was later called. The cloud inflicted a plague on the settlement. Local healers did what they could, but they were fighting a losing battle. Word of the plague reached the peaceful 26th level cleric Ascalon, on the northern shore of Lake Amsarak. Despite warnings from locals, Ascalon, renowned as a generous healer, traveled with his legendary healing staff to Corranglain, before it was a city, to help fight the plague. He arrived to a near-dead town about a month later. He realized the plague was being caused by a wind from the Broken Lands. He traveled there and defeated the fiend after several days' battle, but later died from the fiend's poison. The heel of his staff was splintered when he uncharacteristically struck the defeated fiend's head with it. He immediately begged his immortals forgiveness, possibly Koryis, for his violent act. In response, a shining servant of his immortal appeared. The servant told him that his immortal was pleased, he would soon die, but he had lifted the plague. The servant vanished, and Ascalon's staff started sprouting green leaves. Thinking them evil, he tried to pull them out, but found them to be wholesome and pure. After the contented Ascalon died, the immortal servant returned and laid Ascalon's body and staff on a skiff, which floated down the Streel River, past Corranglain, where the locals paid tribute to the man who saved them. The land started to recover as the skiff passed by. Eventually the skiff entered the Sea of Dread. Ascalon's immortal then restored his body, and placed it with a staff in a cave in the Amsarak Mountains, north of modern-day Fort Lakeside. In AC 272, Porphyrial Elaphanel was born in the City of Stars. If she was born in AC 273, as per the Poor Wizard's Almanac, she would have to have been born on the 1st of Newmont, to be 727 years old in Gaz 13. In AC 276, a series of volcanic eruptions on Alpha forced some Mystara elves to sail to seek new islands to settle. At sea they encountered the Minroth traders and Alphatians. Friendly relations were established. The Alphatians offered the elves sea magic, the Minroth traders offered trade goods, and the elves offered the humans unusually good ship design and intriguing sailing capabilities. The Mystara elves agreed to join the trading ventures of the humans. The Mystars sought out the Verdius to also join the trading combine. The Verdius agreed to assist shipbuilding in exchange for food, as they had been suffering from several years of famine. The major rift between the two elven clans ended. The Trade Combine decided on a policy of neutrality, so they may trade with, and provide shipping services to, all sides. Despite their Alphatian ties, the Combine continued to trade with Thyatis, and supply them shipping services, even though it was at war with Alphatia. The Combine prospered from this wartime trade, transporting supplies and booty from conquered territories for the empires. In AC 284, Alphatians on the Isle of Dread objected to the Minroth traders shipping Alphatian sailor slaves for the empire of Thyatis. A decade of clashes ensued. On the 24th of Swiftmont AC 288, Telemon of Clan Celebril was born as the eldest son of a proud warrior family in the City of Stars. The Poor Wizard's Almanac states this as AC 568, in contradiction to Gaz 13, which notes he is 711 years old. Sometime between AC 291 and AC 800, sisters Norelia and Bethis Erewhon are born, either in western Alfheim or southern Glantry. In AC 293, the last of the Orc tribes was driven from the kingdom of Darakin. Darakin's reliance on Alfheim begins to recede. After a decade of clashes over slave trading, the elves of Alfheim forced the Minroth traders and the Alphatians to a ceasefire in AC 294. The Minroth traders agreed to stop shipping Alphatian slaves. In AC 299, the elf who would later be called Starwatcher was born into Clan Longrunner in the Canolbarth Forest. In AC 300, the Mystara elves established the trading port of Seaholm on Alfheim. Sometime between AC 300 and AC 700, an adventuring Alphatian wizard founded the Kingdom of Stonewall and its capital settlement of Draco on the west coast of Alphatia. Being fond of his non-spellcasting adventuring companions, the wizard formed his kingdom with a view to making fighters and thieves feel welcome. Sometime between AC 300 and AC 800, the sprite, Robin Goodfellow, tricked the Emperor of Thyatis into walking naked through Thyatis city. Robin was censured by the fairy court for embarrassing such an important person. But during his censure, he played the same trick on Ardry Oberon. Impressed, Oberon invited Robin to become a member of his court, as an advisor, jester and mischief maker. Sometime between AC 301 and AC 400, the Thyatian magic user, Macrodorus of the Alphatian colonies, was executed for treason. The imperial treasury confiscated his property, including the master Ionian gem. 3 of his retainers fled with their Ionian gems. Sometime between AC 305 and AC 874, Don Alejandro de Belcadiz was born, either in Alfheim or southern Glantry. On the night of the 15th of Felmont, AC 312, a plague of vampires terrorized Traladara. The Traladaran hero, Gearkos, made a stand, and defeated them with his great blade. Gearkos died after the battle from his wounds. A band of Calorii elves buried him and his great blade in the heart of the Dimrak forest. 3 days later, Gearkos became a vampire, but was prevented from rising, because of the power of the great blade. In AC 313, Thanatos took on a mortal identity, to inspire the Thyatians to revolt against the Thyatians, on the grounds that non-Thyatians should be enslaved, and intermarriage should be forbidden. To do otherwise would weaken and doom the empire. The independent kingdom of Hattirs was proclaimed. The Thyatian army besieged Emperor Alexian II in Thyatis city, but was scattered by the late-arriving Corendan cavalry. The Thyatians then counterattacked, and took the city of Hattirs, raised its walls and reasserted their authority over the northern part of Hattirs Island. Hattirs was demoted from duchy to county status. As a reward for his bravery fighting the Hattians, Emperor Alexian II of Thyatis awarded Sir Actius with an island dominion southeast of Hattirs. He named the island Actius, and invested his wealth into building a seaport. Actius became a major provisioning stop for merchant vessels. This concludes part 33 of the Law of Mystara series, covering AC 250 to AC 313. A period of Alphatian expansion, formation of the basis of the Minrothaddan Trade Combine, and Thyatian rebellion.